It's 6 in the morning, hours before the first gondola will start running at Whistler Blackcomb. But Ski Patrol's already hard at work.
We'll come to work, hop on a snowmobile at 6 a.m. from the base, come up to this elevation, grab some weather observations and snowpack observations, and from there we'll decide how we're going to deal with the problems that we've got.
The terrain here at Whistler Blackcomb is complex.
We have 6 kilometers of cornice lines to think about. A lot of steep terrain, a lot of start zones. We'll see avalanches, up to size 3 after a major storm cycle.
And the team will tackle the problem areas in one of two ways, either with explosives or a method called ski cutting. And once the first skiers arrive, they're usually unaware of all the work that goes in behind the scenes to keep them safe on the mountain. The science behind avalanche management is relatively new, less than a century old.
In the early days of avalanche work, there's a lot of guesswork.
But over the last 50 years or so, it's rapidly changed. And Whistler Blackcomb has been pioneers in the developing industry. Some of the innovations that came from right here have included the Avalanche system.
It's basically just a big cylinder that fires compressed gas that launches a projectile into a start zone.
Heli-bombing, and the Canadian Avalanche Rescue Dog Association. And while the avalanche management has evolved over the decades, there's still more work to be done, especially with a changing geography that's being sped up by a changing climate.
What's changed quite dramatically is the disappearing of the glaciers, and that's having an impact on our avalanche program and on the terrain that we can open and manage safely.
In what sense? Has it made it harder or easier?
It's made it more challenging, yeah. Certain start zones are changing, they're evolving, terrain's getting steeper. That was previously more benign. Glaciated terrain is now really steep.
Looking ahead, there are more advanced technologies that the Ski Patrol team is hoping to implement here at the resort.
And that can be detection systems to observe an avalanche using infrared or sonar technology, or control systems where you'll remotely deploy an explosive into a start zone.
But with the hard work over the last 50 years, they are confident that the skiers here are safer than ever before.